it kind of has. Okay, never mind.
So I can delete that one.
I'll just delete that.
Straight out on the streets.
Yeah, so everyone gets their characters. Not all of them are there because it didn't get them all for some reason, and I will just grab the rest of them. So as you're walking through the streets, oh, that's why that didn't do that. It's because it grabbed the table instead. I see. The table was like a 9 square thing, so it grabbed all the things behind it as well.
Is the table our new companion?
Table it's just like in this world where that maybe not in this session, we'll see.
Is the table? Do we know the table's vigilante guys?
Table's the vigilante guys. He is of course the Chippendale Avenger.
Oh. Well,
I'd like to.
Chippendale.
Can I roll charm on the table?
You can absolutely roll. Are you trying to intimidate the table, or are you trying to?
No, I'm trying to seduce the table.
Then you can roll a charisma check if you so wish.
Okay, let's see. Where even is charisma?
It'll be a straight skill check. So.
Yeah, so you'll roll. What's your charisma modifier?
Where do I even check that?
Okay, I'll just, it is if you type into the roll in the roll at the bottom. I roll 1d20 plus 2.
1d20 plus 2.
Yep.
Is it at the bottom?
No, if you go into the chat log and just type /roll 1d20 plus 2.
Space plus 2?
No.
Shouldn't matter. A 13. The table appears to be immune to your advantage, but one day you'll find your true love as you blow it a kiss as you leave. And I'm assuming this happened before you left. As you blow a kiss to it and leave. So as we stand outside the. In fact, can I do fog of war here? Can someone tell me if fog of war is actually on at the moment?
No.
No, I don't see any fog of war.
No.
Okay, so that should be on there now. Right. Okay,
I see only blackness.
You see only blackness, right? My apologies. I will actually do this properly.
I'm just covering up his goggles in my hand.
So yeah. So no one can see inside because it's inside yet. And also that means I can set up the NPCs. No one can see.
Spoilers.
Possibly, or maybe it'll be involved in other things. Okay, so as you stand outside, this is the latest killing as well. This is not literally the street where you are, but we're just going to leave you on this. It's actually a street away from here, but we'll use the same map just because it's easier for that. In terms of investigation. How do you want to go about trying to look for the? Well, you know exactly where the crime scene was because Joanna has got that information. What in particular are you going to be looking for?
I'd like to look for any traces of theatrical paint, or any, or encourage Alistair to look for any residue of the necromantic substance that was found in the wound.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm happy to have my Death Watch goggles on and have a look.
Okay. You'd be aware that you would need to. The Death Watch goggles are very much a Balor thing rather than an Alistair thing. You can have them on. You can have them on, but you'd probably need to have someone having a lookout to make sure no one saw you with them on.
Okay.
But that should probably be fine. But just so you're aware.
All right.
And okay, great. How do you want to? We'll say it's not exactly where it is, but I'll put you up here. Whoa, that is still fog of war. That is not me able to. That is not me able to move characters. So we're going to put you up kind of like around here. This isn't literally where it is, but this is going to be representing the alley. How do you kind of want to position yourselves regarding Alistair and his attempts to look at this without getting caught out as being a vigilante?
I'll just be standing at the other end of the alley, just make sure no one comes down.
Yeah,
you should be able to move your own characters, by the way, so you can.
Yep. I'll be standing about here to cover this end.
Okay, so Joanna, where would you like to be positioned?
In that case, I'll go next to Alistair, near the scene of the crime, looking for blood or theatrical paint or anything out of the ordinary.
Okay, that makes sense. Can everybody roll me a perception check, please?
very distracted.
Oh wow, yeah, that's pretty good. 25.
Nice.
That's very good. And okay. So, the order in which things happen. Okay. Joanna, you were looking for theatrical paint, and what else was it you were saying?
Blood or anything out of the ordinary.
Okay. I think probably the way that this would happen is so as you're looking to where the body is, you can definitely see where the body would have dropped. As you follow it backwards, you can kind of follow looking at. There's been some rain because it generally always rains in Fourspires. Not literally right now, but we are. You can notice some evidence, some scuffed marks of shoes, like almost like a shuffling step. From the information that you got from looking at the body, you can certainly see, yeah, this supports your previous kind of hypothesis that whatever happened to her, she'd kind of, assuming that the only wound that occurred was the heart being removed. Assuming that was the only wound and that was what was causing the blood droplets, yeah, she was moving around after that had happened. This definitely supports that.
Okay, I would like to tell Alistair that she was ambulatory after death, after the heart had been removed.
She was definitely, well, whether you're not entirely sure whether or not she would have been dead or not, but she was definitely ambulatory. That's correct.
Okay.
You can also kind of you can see where she would have like eventually fallen over, and you can kind of follow that forward a little bit, and directing Alistair with this information with a roll of a 17, especially as he quickly reaches inside his it's a sash that Alistair has. It's not a full handy haversack. Reaches inside and places the goggles over his head to be able to look. One of the things that Joanna points him towards is some kind of it's you almost would have missed it. It's a 25. It's a very good roll. You almost would have missed it, but it's like a small pile of. It looks kind of like goo. It's like thick though, almost like melted, like syrupy soup. Kind of, you can almost look like there's a few like veins in it. Like, sorry if that's a bit gross, but it looks like it's if one was to say for a 25, its amount of goopish organic matter about the size and weight of an elvish heart, one would not be incredibly wrong from that particular vision. And from you looking at it with your goggles, Alistair, you can see absolutely that this has a similar kind of trace to the things you were looking at before. An addition for a 25 on a perception check, it's almost as if this has been discarded underneath like a pile of rubbish, and close by to where it's been discarded, you notice a impact on the wall.
Oh God, fuck. So,
and this is further from where the body was. So it's as if something has walked down. So as if the ambulatory body has walked down here, has fallen over, and then further down you have then found this, and then something striking the wall. Now, on to the other rolls. As Medak is keeping an eye out, as Dante is keeping an eye out at the top of the 13, he can see a few people walking around who start to maybe look like they're going to be coming down the corridor, and not the corridor, sorry, the alley.
Mm-hmm.
And say, Father, sorry, can you help me? I'm looking for the Giant Oak Pub, please. It's looking like you recognise the kind of clothes that he's wearing. It looks like some kind of noble. You've seen them do it. They're slumming it to try and go to one of the other quarters.
assuming I know where this pub is,
Do you want to give me a knowledge local check?
I will try to give you a knowledge local check.
Absolutely, you're able to just steer them as they come up to you, about to come around the corner to where Alistair is. You're able to just steer them away and just grab them around the shoulder and point out in the right direction. And they go away. Medak, on a 10, you spy a couple of people, a couple actually, wandering up towards it. They're almost upon you, as you were slightly distracted, as you were. It's a couple very much in love, like gazing into each other's eyes, just walking up, and just as you turn around, they almost bump into you. You're round the corner from where Alistair is, but they go, "Oh, you! What are you doing in my way? Can't you see we're walking here?"
Hit them with the hammer.
I'm going to choose. Go on.
So we're in a hurry, you know.
I'm going to choose to intimidate them.
Okay.
And just.
Oh
Wow.
no.
Okay. So how do you intimidate them?
So I decided to use my sheer size and strength to just firmly place my hand on his shoulder and grip quite sharply to go, "I don't think you want to go this way. You want to go around the other way and not come through here."
He says, "You know what, dear? I think that's exactly what we want to do. Let's leave the nice gentleman with his alley." And they very quickly turn around and go the other way. The others will have, who are from the other side, will have heard this occurring. I'm sure on hearing this, Alistair tucks away the goggles. And yes, so how do you wish to proceed?
I'm
Oh
assuming.
wait, sorry.
Go on, sorry.
I was just wondering what was that description? Sorry, I missed that.
Sorry, the description of what were you looking for there?
The left. What's happened next?
That was happening at the same time as what you were doing. So
okay.
you haven't been noticed. Was the main
Okay.
thing.
Is everyone done with the scene?
Yeah, I think we're done looking at the body.
So you've found the small pile of organic matter, which is there, and is one can imagine that's possibly the heart, and then there's the impact on the wall next to it as well, which looks like something heavy has punched it.
So this wasn't an impact of the heart being thrown at the wall powerfully. This is a weapon strike or similar.
Could someone give me a knowledge engineering check?
I'll do that. Knowledge engineering.
Okay, yeah, you recognize this from the way that it's been. This isn't from a weapon strike. It's almost like some kind of three-fingered hand, like not a human, not even a half-orc or a half-elf or an elf. This is something strong punching the wall out of. You've seen this kind of impact before, not exactly the same way, but this is the kind of thing that your workmen do for a 25. This is the kind of thing your workmen do when they're frustrated and they punch a wall.
It's quite clearly a three-fingered fist punch.
Yes, it does not look like a human hand.
Do I have any knowledge of any creature or humanoid or whatever which would be maybe in the city which would have three fingers?
Anyone could give me a knowledge planes roll to try and.
I've got no points in that.
It's
I'll
also
give that a go.
it's also a knowledge check. So you need to have at least one rank in it if you wanted to find that out.
Then I can do it.
Oh, bugger.
In terms of specific kind of genuses, no, but that's the kind of thing that one might see from some kind of demonic entity.
Huh.
I mean.
Also, from sorry, go on.
I mean, you wouldn't let me do any sort of religion check.